Hello, my name is Ethan, and welcome back to another episode of Path of Exile 2. In this episode, I'm going to be going over the rest of the Frost Mage's stuff, but also a bunch of new stuff I figured out while I was playing, and we got level 94, 11% as well, so 94. Back up to my 300 regen with, we dropped a little bit of mana, so I'll just start with the Scepter. I'm going to go through the, I'll do the 6 link first because people miss it from the first vid because I did it right at the beginning, before even showing the stuff, so then they got hyped after, yeah. Anyways, you quality up this and you get reduced reservation. It got me a 9th one. The 6 link plus 1 cold, penetrate 30 cold res, cold pen, cold mastery, and then arcane tempo is this 25% more cast speed. And then scatter shot, just like the arsonist, for the extra projectiles, and then more AoE, so when the shard explodes at the end, it overlaps, and shotguns, because the ice shard is a projectile that explodes, similar to the arsonist. So that's my 6 link. And then for my scepter, I changed it. Now we have a +5 minion cast speed, and allies in your presence deal increased damage, and so this was allies in your presence have 16% increased cast speed. And then yeah, reduce the rest of it doesn't matter. But the cast speed and the damage is really nice, and then the +5, and then I basically just gave up some mana from the old one, and we're not getting extra spirit through the scepter right now. So yeah, I upgraded the scepter, and then we're Frost Mage now. 9 of them. It's crazy. People wanted to see my gear. I will show it, but let's show my tree changes first. So I took this side because apparently the increased crit hit chance when they have 11% base crit's really worth it. We actually kind of want more. Instead of taking this minion damage and the extra chaos res. And yeah, I took the crit hit chance here and the minion damage. I got back my recoup because I leveled up, so I had enough points. And yeah, we don't run any of the accuracy. And now I'll show you my new jewels. So all of them. So crit hit chance, attack and cast speed, and minion damage. So you're basically trying to go for like a balance of the crit hit chance and the crit multi, and it depends which one. Like obviously these have rolls, so 10 to 20, and the other one's like 10 to 25. So well rolled obviously might make it a difference also, but like you have to actually look at how much you have. So I'll explain a little bit of it after, but the jewel minion damage, attack and cast speed, crit hit chance, and then I had bone damage bonus instead, crit damage bonus instead on this one, and then I had crit damage bonus on this one instead. But you can see I have cast speed and minion damage on each one, and then I actually got a triple with cannot be hindered on trade. What the heck? Somebody actually did it and sold it. Crit hit chance, but then the other two, yeah. And Mim with 2 mod. This I did myself. I can't believe a guy did this. Actually, no, I bought this one. I found this one too. Yeah. I made another Mim one. I made this one though. I corrupted it, hit fire res. I also had that lightning res one, but yeah, crit hit chance, cast speed, minion damage. You can see that I care about the cast speed quite a lot. And then yeah, some more crit hit chance, attack and cast speed, minion damage. So you can see I go for like a lot of the crit hit chance, but some crit damage as well. And then I even have the crit damage ones in my stash. But also, like this one is really nice, 20. But the points on the tree are 15. I'm not taking these. Because you can roll like 25 on a jewel. And so if you needed crit damage bonus, technically the jewels are good for it. But then the crit hit chance is really needed because you are lacking. And because of the Skeletal Mage has an 11% base crit, I've got it up to 28.93. I could do with some more, but then, yeah, my crit damage bonus also says 184, but they buffed it. on all the minions. Instead of it being 30 base, it's 100, so it's actually 70 higher. So this 184 is actually 254. So then you're doing 28.93% of the 254, and it ends up being like 74% more on average. But yeah, you can hit the 250% crit multi basically a quarter of the time. It's crazy. So then also, yeah, I could get this higher and get the crit multi a bit higher, but I instead dropped the crit multi by like 50, and I raised up my crit hit chance by like 2 or 3 of those jewels like you saw, and that's where I've been balancing it around 29 and 250. I tried doing a change with like 1 extra crit damage bonus. Yeah, it's better to have the crit hit chance, and then now it's getting closer where I need both if to scale it up. So and then it is worth it to get a bit more, at least. I could see getting quite a bit more, to be honest. It's just quite difficult. And those are my jewels, though. That's where our crit hit chance got to, and our crit damage bonus. And this was in G. And then you click on this, and click on the ice shard. It even shows you on the explosion. So then that's the links. People wanted to see the rest of the gear, though. But first, I'll show the skills because these are new. People asked about the I had the fire skill in here, the fire curse. Yeah, you don't need that. That was for my arsonist. So hypothermia is the cold curse, minus 36. Somehow I was seeing minus 38, and then I run persistence for the more skill effect duration, so it lasts like 10 seconds instead of 7, and I have the reduced delay, so it takes less time for the skill to actually go off, because there's a delay after you cast it, and then the enemy moves out of the way and you're like, what the heck? And then it increased effect made it so it's 38 minus cold res instead sometimes. It's really sick. The frost bomb can apply cold exposure for 5 seconds. And so then we put strip away, so instead of it just being 20% cold exposure, it'll go to 26. And spell echo, so it goes off multiple times. I don't know if I need this in here, you know, but I put it, trying it. More AoE was the main reason. And then spell cascade, somebody said I could put this, so I technically have less AoE, but then there's the extra cascades. Maybe I don't want that actually then. But the cascades actually did help me hit a boss, which was pretty funny, like, because it reaches out to the sides. Instead of just being a singular circle, you get like 2 on the side. So it actually reaches like a really big width, and it's always side to side. Oh, wait. When I was doing it before, it was always side to side facing me. Oh shit, it's not always. Oh, I don't have as much control with that as I thought. Maybe I won't be using Cascade. How much bigger is it without this? That's pretty big. I don't even need Cascade, bro. That's a bait. Randomly. Bro, I'll pick a new support gem later. Guys, we just lost a link on our Frostbomb. You'll ask me, like, yo, what's the 4th link on the Frostbomb? No, don't do it, man. The Aya Winter memes are kind of a meme. It's really hard to use because, I'll be honest, dude, you're in a boss fight and you're rolling. Okay? You're with me here, right? You see me doing this all the time. And then you throw this and you... Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, I got it off. Did you see the weight, though? Like, bro, I want to roll. You have to wait. So now if you keep casting... Oh, my... Oh, do you feel it? Do you... Look how long it... Look, I'm trying to spam it. This is me sitting still, spamming it. It just takes 1 second in between, and you're, like, locked, and you're slowed, and... Oh, and the duration of the stacks... So, sorry, I have winter stacks inflict critical weakness on hit. You want it. You can get 20 stacks, and then it's like 10% base crit, so you could basically like double your crit. But the problem is the stacks last so little, and like the duration is so short, they don't last very long, and so they just fall off, and you don't really get it stacked, and it's even hard to even use, like I showed, and it's hard to get it stacked up. Yeah. Where the other ones, 10-second duration, 5-second duration, fast cast time on the frostbite. So frostbite's like our best, and then frost bomb if we can't use a curse because they're like less effective curse, etc., like immune to curse, whatever, hex proof. You can just use frost bomb for like a smaller effect. It's not the minus 38, but it's minus 26. It's still good, right? Through exposure instead of curse because of them potentially being immune to curse. And then, yeah, I have winter. It really is like, if the boss is one of those, you know, tanky, it's not dying, it's also but not killing you, so you get to just stand there and do it, this is when you get to use it. But in an actual dangerous boss, do not click this. Like, do not use this. And then Incinerate is, not for any damage bonus anymore. It's only for moving the minions, because it's really nice. People ask about this button, which is tilde to do the move. I don't like the move. I'd rather command him with my Incinerate. That's my choice there. Those are all the abilities. Now the gear. So we had the +5, the cast speed, and the damage. The discipline's not important. Technically, Malice sounds better because you could get the crit weakness to nearby enemies, but because the discipline gives these blue feet and your minions get ES, which I don't even want or need, and I don't get the ES, so I don't even get extra mana from this, so it's actually just bad, and I really want, I would really want, I would, yeah, I'd rather Malice, but then you have to get a Scepter that, yeah. Okay, so then I have the +2 helmet, +2 minion skills helmet, and this has two, so I'm EB, Eldritch Battery, converts ES to mana. So when I build ES gear, just take that ES number and add it to the mana, and it's 400 mana. Okay, and then it's a +2, and then it's 29 int, and again, the 29 int, just think of it as 2 mana per, so that's 58 mana, so this is 458 mana, and then 30 lightning res and a +2. Wait, what? So the only dead mod really is the accuracy rating? I don't use that, and now we're, especially like, if that even was minion accuracy rating, we don't need it because we're doing the spell thing besides the hound where he attacks. I am still doing that, which I guess people would want to make sure I'm still using the same houndlings, but I am. Minion Mastery, +1. We got the bleeding, 50%. They buffed it, by the way, no longer 30. So he's bleeding them really quickly now, and then 30% more damage, Feeding Frenzy. +1 fire skill, and then more melee fizz damage, the heavy swing. So there's just Fire Mastery, Feeding Frenzy, Lacerate, Minion Mastery. There you go. And then, so the helmet's sick, and yeah, you could have another prefix, more increased ES, but like, and then that rune, honestly, instead of this increased armor evasion ES, I didn't put this. I would have put the soul core of Zalatul now, but whoever made this base or was using it, added that, so you can't take it out. Rip, need a new helmet. Then the amulet is a +3 minion skills. And then this increased max ES actually doesn't work. We don't have ES. It got converted to mana, so we have to increase mana. So we have increased max mana, the mana. This is like 500 mana from an amulet, and then the all attributes, the strength, the dex. It's a really nice ammy, and I allocated Step Like Mist, and this is move speed, mana regen, dex, and int. It's really sick, because like we're pretty low move speed in PoE 2, so that extra little bit actually helps, because I have the 35 on the boot, and you could get like another 5 on the boot through a corruption, I think, and you can get 5 through an implicit on the chest instead of 41 mana regen, which would be like 4 skill points on our tree, because we're getting these like 10% mana regen nodes. So or you could have 5% move speed, which really shows like, man, the move speed's crazy, bro. So there I anointed it, and I didn't, and then I get to path the stuff that, yeah, you know what I mean? Anyways, so yeah, the amulet's like 500 mana, because of all my flat mana, and then the big 400 like something mana from the helmet, and then the shield is 277 plus 166, and the increased max mana from the soul core, so it's 500 mana. Fire res, lightning res, chaos res. I love focuses, they're really cool. The boot, I got the 35 move speed, and then 148 mana, the 26 in for more mana, the increased max mana, the 57 ES on this base, so extra 57 mana. Fire res. The reduced chill duration is actually interesting because we're not chill immune in PoE 2 right now. Where's my purity of elements, bro? Where's my elementalist? The glove, I had done an ES base 42 with the 177 mana, and then I did the increased mana soul core again. So the ones with the soul cores are like the ones I more recently did, and I actually made like put it in, and I really like these bases. And then the ones that don't have those are the ones that I were. This is old, but still so good. I'll explain in a second. That's why I left it. And then this one I bought with this, and yeah, I would have put the other one. I already could have afforded it, but it was ruined. It's such a good base though. Like those mods. Okay, so then yeah, the 177 mana, and then the lightning res and chaos res. So on this glove, there's 3 dead mods. I don't need this crit damage bonus. I don't need the cold to attacks or the fizz to attack. So it has so many, like, so much potential. And the, like, base with that 42 AES is so bad. Like, it could be so much more, but it's pretty good with this soul core, and it fit in the build, and that's a lot of mana, 177. The belt was armor, and then 138 mana, 89 life, and then actually still had fire res and chaos res with a little bit of life regen. It's pretty sick. And so that was using a plate belt to get armor as the implicit. I actually tried for that, and I actually kind of looked for armor. And then LE res implicit, so that's prismatic. It was just like, it just happens to be this, like this one's cast speed. I don't need that, but big mana, rarity, cold res, lightning res, mana regenerate, and I showed you mana regenerate's technically a whole node on the tree. And then life, and like a mana regenerate node, that's like 13 mana regen, where I have 300. This 13% is like 13 right now for me, so if I had another 13, it'd be at 313. It's pretty good, right? One extra node on the tree, an extra 10, it's like, oh wow, because like there's this 10s and these 10s you could do. But yeah, if you get on your gear, like you could get 60 on your scepter. It's pretty good. You get 60 regen from your scepter in the current state of PoE, bro. That's crazy. You know, you gotta do what you gotta do. If you can't get this, then maybe you get some mana regen. Because who the hell's gonna think of that? True. But if they watch this vid, then they go, eat that. I did your I did your mana regen tip. I have big regen. Thanks so much. Yeah, no problem, dude. This one's the big mana, dude, and rarity, and int, and cold res. And I told you, like, the int helps for the int, obviously, the int requirement, but also giving tons of mana. Like, that's 62 mana in int. Where was the other one that I had? Yeah, 52 from the boot. In int. Like, the int is 504 in my build. Okay. And then mana per enemy killed actually works if you kill them through ignite, but now we're like a cold build, and it's only the hound's ignite, and we scaled his auto attack, so I was thinking about scaling him as the ignite thing, but I'm not sure yet. Still not sure. I like his melee attack, because here, I'll show you if you haven't seen it in a while. 36.5k. The bleed says it can do 3k. And that's per second, so then 5 seconds, 15k, and then it can do double damage if the enemy's moving, which they're always moving except for when they're frozen, so that's really good, right? So 30k, yo, that's a big bleed. Okay, so then, the chest plate, as you can see, is 424 ES, It has Giga ES mods, the mana regen rate implicit because it's an expert Keth Raymond. And then also big reses, fire, cold, and chaos. And then see how I did these runes as fire and cold? So that's the only problem with this chest. The rest is so good because even the life, you can't roll mana on a chest like this. So you can only get life, and then life technically with our build because of the Infernalist, you're getting 4 spirit for that amount of life. It's not nothing, and you can get the extra mana, which isn't nothing. It's like it turns it into a mana mod kind of, you know? But also another hybrid ES mod. You could get even more ES. And then instead of these runes, I would want the increased max mana, and this would be so much more mana. So that, like, both these 3 runes would make such a big upgrade, but the bases are really, like, the mods I'm using are really good and really hard to replace. So I actually noticed something during this. I'm gonna try something. I can't help but notice. Like, the discipline says it's working, but at the same time, I don't know. Okay, so it's now working. The clarity's enabled. The spirit didn't change, so my regen isn't gonna change. What? So I actually don't need enough? This is so weird, because it actually said I needed 54, but I'm using it. So, like, nothing changed. Like, okay. And then, yeah, if I didn't use this, which, like I said, this is 30 regen, basically, I could have another one, technically. Oh, oh, wow. Okay. I crashed it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh god, what did I do? Dude, I figured. Oh god, so pressing a support on a thing that you don't have the attributes for. Wait, but oh, so it's bugged. It's not reducing the attribute requirements of the skill that it's granting. It's only reducing, or maybe that's just how it works. So that's really stupid. Because then that mod is actually useless. Because it's granting the skill and I want to use it, that it literally what? Alright. But at least I found this part, which was pretty funny, of where I could just put it in and then take it away. Oh, but yeah, I also, whatever, I have a little bit of extra spirit, I've noticed. But yeah, I get some extra mana, 10 extra mana, the extra regen. But yeah. That's all the gear. I have a charm for cannot be stunned. It has extra duration and increased charges gained. And then I got quality on this, so it has some extra mana, but it's still the instant, and it has increased charges gained. 178. And then just instant increased charges, ultimate life flask, ultimate mana flask. I've been using these. I barely get them procced, but at this level, any like save of a death saves me 10% XP, which is so big. So while this is active in your inventory, will fully recover your life, mana, and energy shield when you reach low life. So I had this time where I just got like chunked, all my mana, my life got chunked, and then I watched my mana go back to full, so I effectively healed for 4,500 from an omen. I was like, what? This is sick, dude. There was another time where I got one-shotted through my life, so it's not it's just 900 damage through life, like after the mana's gone, 900. Because if you skip the low life, then you don't heal, so yeah. Well, it don't even have to be that much. It could be like, oh, I guess because I'm already at 50%, it's close. It's like basically 900, yeah. But yeah, that's where the chest plate's like really good with all those reses and shit, with 400 ES, which turns into mana. That's 400 mana, and then still having some life and the mana regen rate. And I just wish I had different runes, which like I kind of have the extra res for it now, especially, and I have just so much flat mana from all the int and the built mana and the energy shield I converted to mana. But yeah, Frost Mages are going strong. That's all my stuff that I've done now. Like I say, new tree, new jewels, new links, new six link. Yep. But yeah, then everyone wanted to actually play the build, so they want to know about all this ES and the mana stuff and everything we're doing here with the Mind Over Matter. So, hey, thanks for watching. I hope this helps. Thanks for the support. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys in today's stream. Thanks for checking out the vid. I hope you guys enjoy Frost Mages as much as I am, and I'll see you guys later. Bye. If you are playing Frost Mages, hit the like button, and if you guys hit the like button, then hit that subscribe button if you guys are also new.